because you've talked to, I'm sure, a lot of people, but when you ever interview someone that's won an Oscar, it's a political campaign you're running essentially to win the Oscar. You have to schmooze, you have to be available by your agent and your manager, and you have to meet with the Academy. All these things you lobby basically to get yourself in. So maybe I thought it was very sad when he started to talk about his mom, who for whatever reason did not want to come and be with him at the Oscars. Instead, she wanted to be with her knitting group in Philadelphia. Of course, this is my mom. She never wants to leave Maine. So she wouldn't show up either. But
what did he say about his mom?
He said, he basically got up there and gave a rambling acceptance speech. You've probably watched part of it when he won. I'm going through a lot. I'm expected to be the butt of everyone's jokes. I need to thank my mother, but my mother, she's in this knitting group and I wanted her to be here, but she loves her knitting group. I mean, it was this is the biggest night of your son's fucking life. And I felt bad. I think there's a lot there for him to do that. He's obviously, whatever you think about,
and all the rumors, right? And all the rumors that Jada cheats and all this other stuff. I mean, that's
for years. So I have empathy for him, but I just think that, I don't know, I guess it's weird that we're at this place in our society where there aren't really consequences for, and I don't want to go down a political lane because we're not a political show, but a lot of people equated this to the January 6th and people just do what they want now. And then it's there aren't really any consequences, or after the fact for something that's clearly seems right or wrong, because people are outraged, then police or authorities act, after people are hello, this is wrong. So I think that's what people were so fired up about is this is a blatant act of violence, and not one person from the Academy had the balls to stand up and go, I'm sorry. I said this on my show. I would have done this. I would have let him accept his award, because this is not Kanye West. This is a very well-respected man, well-respected actor, someone who's been working in Hollywood for a very long time, who has earned this. I would have let him accept his award. I would have said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you have the option to leave by yourself, or we will have security take you out. And then I would have brought someone from the Academy and production on, or whoever, and said, we're sorry, America. We're sorry for everybody in the audience of what you just witnessed. We don't condone violence. We've asked Mr. and Mrs. Smith to leave, and the show will resume for the Best Actress Award. That's it. Everyone would have been okay, I get it. They didn't have the fucking balls to do that.
It's just shocking that nobody stood up and is excuse me, I want to interrupt the show. Somebody like Nicole Kidman, one of the actual A-listers, and said wait, this is not okay. Chris, are you okay? Will, what the fuck? I don't know. Maybe people were just in shock, but I do believe if it was, a comedian or, whoever, anyone but a Nicole, a Julia, a Will, and, a Denzel, anyone that's not an A-lister, this would have gone down much differently. Period.
Oh, the end. Oh, please. 100%.
Right.
100%. Yeah. Totally agree with you.
So that's that. I think, listen, I think that, like you say, it's a political campaign. I don't know if he'll ever be nominated again for an Oscar. I don't know if he'll, and if you're nominated, I don't know how you'll ever win again. Not that I guess you care. Granted, there's all this other stuff out there, how's he going to bounce back in his career? I don't know about all this. Listen,
I don't think it's going to be good. I just read an article yesterday. They have multiple agents, Jada and Will, because they have a production company. They have their own assets, whatever. I've read internally with their agents, at least one agent has completely recused himself from all their work, wants nothing to do with it, is no longer bringing forward projects with Will Smith. Now, they would not name who this Hollywood agent was, but this agent's basically saying his career, I'm out because his career is done. Now, look, Mel Gibson still works.
I was just going to say I'm Jewish. I wasn't offended, but I don't get offended ever by anything. I really don't. I've said this before. I really don't. That's me as a person, but Mel Gibson is working. Let me also point to you that there is a book tour currently starting. It's a woman named Stassi Schroeder. You might have heard her. Now, there are people that are protesting this and saying Stassi's book is basically about being canceled and here I am, bitch. And I don't know, those first, this wasn't, any other book. This book sold, her first books sold. So I don't know, is this book going to sell like that? But this isn't mom and pop publishing. This is Simon and Schuster. So Stassi's cancellation is over. People's cancellations are over. So I don't know, is Will Smith really never going to work again? I don't know. And does he ever need to work again? Not really.
I mean, he'll work again. It's kind of like Mel Gibson. Is Mel Gibson the respected director and actor that he used to be? No. And I mean, look how many jokes people have riffed on Mel Gibson since those tapes came out. I mean, rightfully so, but he's never lived that down. And the irony for Will Smith is Will Smith, who doesn't want people to disrespect his wife. I mean, now you're going to get a triple fold. I mean, now, forget it. I mean, what award show is he going to go? Now comics are going to challenge that, what award show is he going to go to where they're not going to go, oh, well.
Well, apparently last night at Chris Rock's show, someone was heckling and said, well, not heckling, but someone screamed out, fuck Will Smith. And Chris Rock was like, no, that's not how it's, so Chris Rock is handling this. I heard did you read Chris Rock went up to Wanda Sykes at one of the after parties and said, listen, I'm so sorry. And she's like, what? Why are you apologizing to me? He's like, this night should have been all about you. And it's all about me now. So, I mean, that's a class act.
I thought Wanda was on Ellen yesterday or the day before. She couldn't believe that the Academy didn't take him out and Will and Jada out. She couldn't believe it either. Bethenny Frankel has been all over her TikTok doing a breakdown on this, and railing against Hollywood, which I think is interesting.
What does the B have to say?
Jess B has a lot to say. She did a whole thing on why this thing is not over. It's not going away for quite a while. And Jess B thinks there should be serious repercussions for what he did. Oh yeah, she's all over her TikTok. She's done multiple TikToks, and people are like,
she's team Chris Rock all the way.
Oh, 100%. And so she's like, when will the slap healing begin?
Next question. We have talked a lot about the Academy and their accountability and culpability and responsibility in this matter. And I was talking to someone today about what lies beneath the surface with Will Smith, or someone so angry to do something. And that's not really our business any more than it is to know what's going on with somebody at the supermarket or a bar or at the gym. And we all just have to conduct ourselves in a manner where we control ourselves, even though some days we want to, slap somebody. Honestly, we all feel it. So my question is, we all know that, and none of that's our business. When will we turn a corner and allow everyone to heal, as Jada did say, meaning he will have a mea culpa, and